Budgeting. It's time you take control over your money. It's time you take a deeper look into how you're spending your money. Budgeting is a necessary evil. It can be frustrating at times, but can be a lot more frustrating if you're dealing with debt. You may ask yourself, why budget? Well, having a budget will make you more aware of how you're spending your hard-earned dollars and will help you decide where you should be spending your money. You might be looking to get out of debt. You might be looking to add to your savings to secure a better future for yourself, or you might be looking to increase your credit score. Everyone should have a budget and stick with it. It's time for you to take control over your money. Creating a budget. First, you're going to look at your income. That's how much do you have coming in every month. Then you're going to take a look at your expenses and figure out exactly how you're spending your money. Then you're going to set some goals. Take a real look at where you are now, currently, financially, and where you want to be in the future. And then you're going to start tracking your spending. You need to hold yourself accountable for what you're spending, and you're going to keep track of every penny. Your income. First, you're going to calculate your net income. Monthly net income is everything that you have bringing home after taxes. And this is only money that you can count on a monthly basis. Nothing extra. Nothing from any extra side jobs. Just your regular paycheck. Expenses. You're going to start to categorize and identify how you're spending your money. You're going to make categories such as housing, because we've all got a mortgage or a rent. Your car. Most of us have a car payment or at least insurance. Other insurance payments. Food, clothing, savings, miscellaneous. Make a list of all of the things that you're spending your money on and categorize them. Pull out all the old credit card bills, bank statements, and receipts and start to get an idea of where your money is going. It's time to set some goals. You're going to take a serious look at where you are currently financially and decide where you want to be. Take a look at where you're spending your money. What is essential and what is just extras? All of these extras are possible places where you could cut back. You need to be realistic and set some goals that are obtainable. There's nothing more frustrating than setting an unobtainable goal. You're going to set some short-term goals as well as some long-term goals and then go for it. You need to start tracking your spending. It's time to write down everything that you spend. That extra $5 you spend in a day at the local coffee shop is going to add up a lot quicker than you think. $5 a day, 365 days in a year. That's $1,825 in a year. That's almost $2,000. Start recording all of your expenses. Yes, even that water you grabbed at the convenience store or the pack of gum. Get in the habit of recording everything and record it on the day in which you spent it. You'll see amazing results. Do not wait for the credit card statement or the bank statement to come in the mail. It'll be too late. Record it as it happens. There are numerous online programs to help you with this, or you could make your own spreadsheet. There's even free printables online. You could use an envelope system, or even good old-fashioned pen and paper will work. But figure out what works for you and start recording all of your expenses. Now, you've created a budget, or you've at least begun to look at your budget and where you're spending your money. Now, let's see where you stand in comparison to these suggestions. They're going to suggest that you spend about 35 to 38% of your income monthly on housing, 12 to 15% on transportation, 10 to 15% on food, clothing, medical, dental, entertainment, miscellaneous, savings, and investments are all around 5%. Now we're going to take things a little closer and look at exactly how these percentages play into dollar amounts. Here we've looked at the highest end. That's $3,500 a month net income in that top range and what they suggest as the percentages. And I took the $3,500 a month netly income and divided that out per percentage to see exactly how much you would be spending on these categories. Housing. At the $3,500 a month income, 35%, you'd be spending $1,225 on housing. At 12% for transportation, you'd only have $420 budgeted for transportation. At 10% food, you'd have $350. Now take a look here. You've got the big portion, housing, at 35%. Second next is transportation at 12%, followed by food at 10%, and then we've got all these others at about 5%. And at 5% of your monthly income of $3,500, that's about $140 a month. Now let's talk real money. We're even going to get a little closer and bring it back to Vermont. In 2012, the Vermont Department of Numbers reported the real median household income in Vermont to be $52,977. That monthly is $4,414.75. Now going back to those essential expenses, for housing at 35%, that's $1,545.16. Now look at food, because we've all got to eat, feed our family. At 10%, that's $441.48. That's hardly $100 a week. Child care and savings are both at 5%. At 5%, that's $220.74. Might be hard to find daycare for even one child at that price. It's time to get frugal and take a serious look at where you can cut back on your spending. What are you going to do now? Decide now that it's time to take control over your money. Create a budget. Decide what method works for you and track your spending. Record everything that you spend, and then make sure to stay within your limits.